What's good, Council of Comics? 5 o'clock. It is time for film and box office news. We're doing Austin Powers this week. Yeah, baby. Be back in 30 seconds.
Allow myself to introduce myself.
What's good, Council of Comics? Welcome to the Film and Box Office News Live Podcast, episode number 80, March 24th. Like Phil said, we're going over all the film and box office news, all the goodies out there. But like he says, yeah, baby, it's Austin Powers.
Hey, there you are. Well, hi, do I know you? No, but that's where you are. You're there. Hey, Viva Las Vegas, baby.
Black is like the brightest day. Where are the heroes? Soon as they get here, everything will be alright. I need a hero. Someone a superhuman who can come and save my life. Crisis after crisis.
What is good, Council of Comics? Welcome to the Film and Box Office News Live Podcast. We do this every Sunday, 5 p.m., 2 p.m. Pacific on the West Coast. We go over all the film and box office news, all the television stuff, everything that's out there that involves film and movies and everything. But Council is here, as we always are. Cliff, Phil, Green Shirt Guy, C. Bizzle, if you don't know, is also in there. How you guys doing?
Allow myself to introduce myself. I'm Richie Cunningham, and this is my wife, April.
Oh man, that movie you say. We got a lot to talk about that movie. That movie really it was needed. Austin Powers was definitely needed, and then it brought some goodness to my heart. All right, if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. This is episode number 80. We're just around that, new comic book days going up to 92. New Keys and Hot Comics is at about 82. We're hitting them 100 marks for episodes. We're just gonna keep chugging along. All right, as we always do, Young at Heart Foundation. This is a foundation out in California that's owned by our good friend Mike. They do great things for the kids out in California that are awaiting medical procedures. There are two ways you can help this great organization. You can either go to Donate at Life America by hitting this button right here and register to become a donor. More than 100,000 people are waiting for a life-saving transplant, and you can help by registering to be an organ donor today. Number two, you can sponsor a Hope Kit. That's 100% tax deductible. They take all the funds that come in and they create these nice little gift boxes for the kids that are in the hospitals. That's another great way. And if you want to get in touch with Mike, you give him a call at 323-396-9998 or email him at info@youngatheartfoundation.com today. Make a difference, my friends. Next up, Alterniverse. This is our home away from home. Alterniverse Comics, located in Hyde Park, New York. It's owned by a good friend, great friend, brother in arms, Anthony, one of the best in the biz. They have comics, cards, and toys. They have the Hudson Valley's biggest selection of comic books. Each one is bagged and boarded. I'm telling you, every book that comes in that door gets bagged and boarded. It is an amazing thing to see. They also have card tournaments every weekend. Lorcana, Pokemon, Magic, a lot of different ones. There's a schedule for that. You can give Anthony a call at 845-233-4234 or email him at alterniverse2@aol.com. The website is alterniverse.net. This is where we do our filming. We do everything. So check that out, Alterniverse Comics. Next up, our YouTube channel, Council of Comics. Man, we're at 816. We're just staying stuck. We go down like to 812. Then it goes up to 815, and it goes down to 813, and it's up to 816. It's that struggle against the algorithm. But we're going to keep chugging along, man. Keep chugging along. Got tons of videos. We just dropped the council conversation that Josh, Phil, and Green Shirt Guy did on a preview for Conan the Barbarian, issue number 9. Great series, Conan the Barbarian from Titan. You got to check it out. New Comic Book Day, episode 91 is now up, where we go over all our picks for the week. We have Shop Talk. We have funny skits and so forth. And I also got a comic book haul and a review, Thundercats. There's tons of stuff on the channel, so please like and subscribe when you get the chance. Green shirt guy, I'm gonna mute you because that is real. Couching with slouching with C Bizzle. He's up to 366. We gotta get him going too. C Bizzle, tell him about your channel.
So my channel basically shows nothing but right now unboxing of stuff I get from my new comic book day and prizes I've won. Matter of fact, tomorrow showing my new comic book day, and then the following week I'm going to show you what I've won on several different shows. So I just can't wait for you guys to check that stuff out.
Excellent. Make sure you're liking and subscribing to Couch and Slouching with C Bizzle. Also, make sure you're subscribing to Cliff on Comics, who went on a marathon the other day. Cliff, give him a little something what you did.
Look, they're just live chats, you know, and that's it. Shout out to Jigs Kingdom. Go check him out. Go sub him up. Perry's Comics. If you haven't seen it, he's at 106,000 people. All right, he's legendary doing his reactions to Marvel movies because guess what? Those are the first times he's actually watched.
Can you imagine having 100,000 subscribers?
Yes,
I can't even think of it.
Mostly from the reaction.
It's
mostly from the reaction videos.
But it makes me sad sometimes thinking about it.
but for Clip on Comics, hey, you know, this week I got a special episode of Crisis Quest, and I'm gonna do a special one next month. I wish I had the energy and the resources to just bang out one new one every week, but I realized very quickly it was not working for me.
Listen, hey, take your time with that. That's good stuff right there. We'd rather have great stuff than, you know, you not putting out great stuff.
Special episode this Thursday with DJ Lynx, Black Crown Comics, Comiverse, and John's Comics for Kids. So I'm looking forward to that. And I mean, I've got unboxing videos on there, just my random nerd chats, which I happen to enjoy. And then of course, I mean, that's it. And then, of course, you know, I'm just appearing in other places. You'll see me at Collecting with Durs after this show and at 9 tonight with Black Crown Comics.
God bless you, man. I don't know how you have the energy to do
yeah, well, at least I don't have to prepare the trivia.
God bless you. Subscribe to Cliff on Comics, part of the Council of Comics universe. All right. Anybody watch anything different this week?
Dune.
Only X-Men 97, baby.
I watched a crazy documentary on HBO Max.
Hold on, Phil. Can't hear you. You're gonna have to move.
That better?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, I watched a crazy documentary on HBO Max about Nickelodeon. It's called Fight on the Set.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I watched that.
I saw that. Why didn't I watch that? I should have watched
because you don't want to have nightmares about it.
Facts. Yeah. Some of the stuff in there.
People are telling me about it, and I'm like, no, I'm not putting myself through that. I'm like, I already know most of them went through horrible stuff. I'm like, I don't need to sit there and like relive it with all of America.
No.
It's good. It was a good. It was like 4 parts, and I was just like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But was it still shorter than Zack Snyder's Justice League?
I think it was, because they're only like 45 minutes a piece, so it's like 4 episodes. So I think it does like come in shorter.
There you go.
I still haven't watched that yet.
It's not too bad. It's, you know, you got to give it a shot.
Yeah.
I watched the new Roadhouse.
All right, should we talk about it? Oh boy, did you? Give us some of that.
I did. I watched them.
I like the new Roadhouse. I honestly, my only problem with the new Roadhouse is that it's called Roadhouse.
I will second that. My review is this: if you haven't seen the first one, you probably go, oh, "This is an all right movie." But having seen the first one and knowing this is supposed to be a remake, some of like the first. Let's be honest, the first one's not a classic cinema. It's a cult favorite, but there's some things in the first one that you know, the story makes sense. There's some stuff in this that really just kind of is out there. Like, why exactly did they want the bar? They never fully explain that. Other than they're dickheads and they live in the town, they're giving her a hard time.
You know,
fight
Jake
scenes are good.
Gyllenhaal, great performance, looks great in this movie. That honestly, it's what I signed up for, so I was happy with that.
Conor McGregor.
Yeah, Conor McGregor's nice too. But I don't care about him. I don't care about him.
How was Connor's acting skills?
He doesn't have to do a whole lot. He's
basically playing himself, dude. He's a UFC fighter and everything in this movie.
Oh, okay.
Oh, let's see.
So Gry and I basically agree on this movie.
It's just it's not awful. It's just kind of it is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it opens up kind of funny though because Gyllenhaal's very much like, I don't want to fight. Oh, we're gonna do this? Like where he meets those 5 guys in the parking lot right at the beginning. Is there a hospital nearby? Oh, okay. Do you have insurance? And they're like, why would we need insurance? There's 5 of us. He's like, all right. And then he proceeds to break the one guy's arm.
I wonder what's going to happen next.
Jake Gyllenhaal serves, like, he's got that psycho look. He serves up the psycho look really well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just think Jake Gyllenhaal, he's not it.
And they never.
What do you mean he's not it? He's great.
He's actually decent.
He's okay actor, but he's never bringing money to movies. The only big money movie he's had is Spider-Man, and that's not because of him.
Donnie Darko?
Not because of him.
Big money movie. Donnie Darko is not a big money movie.
It's made a ton of money in the aftermarket. In theater,
big money movie. It's not a big money movie.
Well, it was big money for what it used to
and
be.
The reason why I'm saying big money movie is
because
they portray him as a big money star, and he's not.
Listen, listen. I'm rooting for him for Batman.
You want him in Batman?
No,
Joey, where's Joey Masters when you need him?
I definitely
get him, Joey.
Listen, they want to do Batman and Son. I feel he is the right target for that.
Just watch it. Watch it be just because of Cliff.
You know, they want to do Batman and Son. I think he's the perfect age and a great fit. And he's not a bad actor.
Las Cruces 1971 is in the house. Thank you for joining us. Entropy and Comics is in the house. Thank you for joining us. Joe 47771 is in the house. Thank you for joining us. Comic Cap Collectibles is in the house. Thank you for joining us. Canadian Survivalist is in the house. Thank you for joining us. And Ken Roland. Bravo, Sam. Bravo. C list. Thank you.
You know what it is?
He's talking about Jake Gyllenhaal. He knows
he is. I know. I don't care. How dare
he's
you?
Not in movies that are supposed to make big box office bank. He's in like dramas that are thought.
No, but yes, his smaller movies, great, excellent.
He's a great actor. He's just not
just
in
the way they portray him, like
pieces that make money. That's what it is.
That's what I mean. Like, did you think because Roadhouse, because he's in it, this is gonna be $100 million? No, he's not gonna bring in that money. It
was never in theaters.
But that's the reason why they put him in there.
Amazon.
It's like Roadhouse. Let's just get Jake Gyllenhaal in here. We'll make tons of money. No, you won't make tons of money.
Listen, it's succeeding as a streaming, and people keep talking about it because everybody wants to crap on it, but people keep watching it.
Sure, it's a fine.
It's not awful. It's watchable. Anybody that hasn't, especially anybody who hasn't seen the original, watch it. You won't be disappointed. You're not going to walk away going, "This is the worst movie."
Joe says Maggie is a better actor.
Maggie Gyllenhaal is a better. Yeah, she's a good actor too.
I disagree, but okay.
Toy Games has Larry says it's a funny bad movie.
There you go.
So
Toy Games house. Ghostbusters was fun. I gotta see Ghostbusters.
I gotta see Ghostbusters.
I gotta see it too. All have to see it.
But let's talk about this.
See what? Ghostbusters not yet. We rented Wonka last night.
Shame on it. Not one of us went. Not one of us.
I watched the Afterlife last week for like the first time. So
I loved Afterlife.
I
thought it was really good.
Can we talk about the X-Men?
How it made my heart sing and it even made me cry? Yes.
Couldn't get into it.
Oh my!
You saw it? Really?
Couldn't get into it. I'll keep giving it another shot. I just couldn't get into it. Just didn't do it for me.
I thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
Did you watch the previous X-Men as well?
Did I?
Yeah.
Yes.
My brother was way into that one.
Okay.
All right, but if you weren't into that one, it's not. It's not going to
enjoyed
be easy
it,
to be
but
into
I didn't
this
like sit down going, "Oh, I can't wait for this to come on." Way back when I was also like 20 years old when it came on.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Yeah, I was 18.
animation I thought was a lot better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The animation is crisp. When I say it's crisp, it is crisp. The voices, some sound just like they were, but others like Rogue sound like, they don't really sound exactly like her. Because you can tell that she's a bit older and they had to like, speed up or morph it a little bit. You can tell that. And also with Wolverine, but he's pretty close. And what shocked me was the guy who couldn't come back because he passed away was the voice of Cyclops, and the guy who replaced him is phenomenal as Cyclops. Yep. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
My only bits about it were the whole Professor X thing. He didn't
die in the original, right?
Right.
It's been so long.
He was taken to by the Shi'ar.
Yeah.
And the X-Men know this, but what's shocking me is that during the cartoon, they're acting like he was shot.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe their minds have all been altered by somebody. Too.
Possibly, because we see that, spoiler alert, at the end of episode 2, there's 2 Jean Greys. And did you guys spot the face on the other Jean Grey in the background? How she looked like annoyed and like
yeah.
Jean Grey came in.
Are they gonna make her? Are they gonna make her Madeline Pryor then?
One of them is Madeline Pryor.
Yeah.
And let's see what they do with that.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna make
because because they're pulling storylines from the comic doesn't mean it's 100% comic accurate. So
Correct.
We'll find out.
Correct.
Oh man, imagine that. It makes Scott less of a problem because in the original version, Scott is the worst human being ever on the face of the planet.
And in the movies.
And why in the movies? What are you doing in the movies?
In the movies, he's just kind of whiny dick.
Yeah, but he didn't do anything like he did in the comics. Like he left his wife and kid to go after his girlfriend that came back from the grave. Your kid. You know what I'm saying? Your kid, bro. So on this one, he doesn't know that she's Madeline. So he's gonna leave her as we know he's gonna do. But it's gonna be on some. I didn't know you weren't Jean. You know
also,
when he said right at the beginning, "I'm Cyclops, I'm the good guy," I so thought of you.
Yeah.
That happens in like the first 5 minutes of the show. I so thought of Sam.
Listen, if they go easy and it's just she was Madeline, she was created by Sinister, she was purposely put there by Sinister, then that'll make it easy on everybody. You know, it'll just be easy breezy storytelling.
Yep. Don't overcomplicate things.
Especially for a show that is still targeted to children, even though most of our grown asses were tuned in.
Aggressively says Cyclops is also not the best character in the video games.
No,
but he should be one of the best ones. That's what's so disappointing. What was Bishop doing there?
Bishop became unstuck from time during that Immortus thing, where Immortus was pretending to be that other dude.
But he didn't. Hey, did he?
Yeah, because remember, he couldn't even go back to his own future. Like, his future didn't exist anymore. So he was in that place in between timelines, you know, until they fixed everything. And, like, just because they fixed everything, and actually they didn't fix everything, they just got rid of Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Joe says X-Men was meh. Larry agrees with me.
I know. I had to ask myself, like, you know, because this is, like, really good for, like, people with families. Our Joshes and green shirt guys to watch with like their kids that like watched it originally, and like somebody like me, like I am in my 40s and I enjoyed it, but I had to ask myself like what would I want Disney to do with this, and my thought was I'd kind of like to see them like grow from this. So like we get X-Men 97 now, but like a New Mutants cartoon would be like, cool. And like you know, so I'd like to see them actually like grow with this.
That'd be dope.
I don't know if it's just my household, and you're saying, you know, it was, you know, somewhat targeted towards our age bracket, whatever. My sons had no interest. I put it
Oh,
on.
my.
I'm like, oh, let's all watch this. And they got us halfway through the first episode, got up and went and did something else. So I was watching it by myself.
They don't have the invested. They're not invested in it.
That's what I'm saying. But
Yeah,
it's a
man.
cartoon. So like, even my 8-year-old got up. He's like, nah, I'm done, Dad. See you later.
Very interesting. Very
That is a
interesting.
good thing. Like, how is that? How is this being received for the younger? Because this is, like Cliff said, this is targeted for like a younger audience.
I don't think it's targeted. I think it's targeted at us.
Oh, it's targeted. No, it's targeted at both. It's dual targeted.
It's trying
Yeah.
to get
It's
the
more
younger
toward
audience.
adult though, because there are a lot of more adult themes.
But it's
And
not like, think about like a DC animation, and like it's not. Like,
yeah,
that's
it's not DC
Yeah.
animation. That's a whole nother level right there.
Yeah.
like if it's targeted at us, it kind of should be. That's like,
Yeah, I felt bad, man. The way Rogue, I don't want Rogue to be a cheater, man. He's a cheater, bro.
I'm like so mad because listen, the reason Age of Apocalypse Rogue could touch Magneto and vice versa was because she absorbed the magnetic power of Polaris and it allowed them to cancel each other out. And that's why it worked. So if they're pulling that here, it doesn't work because although in the comics they've kind of made this thing where Magneto's abilities help him like not, get screwed over by Rogue as much, but I'm not buying all of that. I'm like, I like it the way it was in Age of Apocalypse, but I don't approve of a Rogue Magneto pairing, even though they've danced with them in the comics a few times.
Exactly.
It's not that I disapprove of it. It's that Gambit, man. Like you're doing that to Gambit, bro. Like Gambit's always been there for you. He's always wanted you, no matter what, and you just run straight back to Magneto.
Yeah.
She didn't run straight back to Magneto. She was giving the man a chance.
But she's
Oh,
with
come on,
Gambit.
sugar.
But overall,
Whatever. Just because it looks a certain way doesn't mean it is what it is. It's just good. It's just good drama. Like old Jean showing up at the door.
I wish I had a picture of the Jean in the background, man. Her face is like, I'm so annoyed right now. All right.
Yeah,
So,
I almost had it all.
That was good. X-Men 97 was fun. It was very, very fun. What other news? Let me see, because the box office mojo messed things up. I'll show that to you in a second.
Listen, isn't the box office like boring as hell right now anyway?
No,
it's
don't have
dude's still
like
killing it.
Ghostbusters and nothing.
No, Ghostbusters is the top one. Ghostbusters beat it out. But let's see what else here. What we got here? Spider-Woman actress Sydney Sweeney suits up as these. Oh, come on. Frozen Empire off.
That's Power Girl? Was that Power Girl?
It's fan art. Who cares about that? Who
Oh.
cares?
Because I gotta tell you what, she'd make a decent Power Girl.
Ghostbusters Frozen Empire last
She
minute
would make
surge
decent Power
beat
Girl?
Afterlife opening. It made more than Afterlife. Netflix is lucky to have her. Chronicles of Narnia. What do you guys think about that? About the new Chronicles of Narnia coming out?
I don't know
on the
enough about
fence.
it.
I have the trilogy here, and it was a great trilogy. I enjoyed
wait,
it.
is it like the
they
next
never
part of
finished
the
it.
story?
No, it's all new, starting all over.
Oh, they start
Yeah.
all over again.
The original ones were
Yeah.
original ones were really good when they did them on PBS. But then when
Oh,
they
that
rebooted-
far back.
those ones were good. Those were pretty faithful to the book.
I
effects.
I enjoyed them storytelling wise, but I think the movies did a better job of visual spectacle.
I don't disagree. But then again, you're
Yeah, I
also
like the
talking
movies.
about completely different budgets.
No,
mean, it's-
understood.
Remember, it's Greta Gerwig. It's Barbie Girl. It's doing it.
Listen,
So-
she might knock it out of the park.
She might not though.
So this
It's
is
just
like
the
early
Netflix
development
thing.
and stuff, or
It's like the Netflix thing.
Are they gonna do
yeah,
all
it's
seven?
yeah,
okay.
this is the
Yeah.
next thing she's doing. Yeah.
Like
Are they going to
Netflix
do all
style.
7?
Yeah.
I'll
What
be
did you
right
say, Green Sugar?
Are they going to do all 7?
Yeah.
How does
that's-
the first
that's the
season
plan.
do? It's the
That's the
Netflix.
plan. Yeah, that's the plan. Do all of the
Now,
the
is
stuff.
is each book a series or is each book a movie?
I think each book is a season. That's what I think they're doing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I don't know how you. That first book pretty straightforward. So I don't know how you can stretch it to more than like 6 episodes max. You get to 10, you're gonna have to start adding stuff in that's not in the books.
When I look at like I take Avatar
And
the
are they
Last
gonna do them
Airbender.
in the
I
way they
take-
were published?
I take Avatar the Last Airbender into account. They had a chance to make that the best thing ever, and they chose to go with a lower budget, causing the original creators to leave. And I'm just worried that Netflix is just not going to give her what she needs to make Narnia. You know what I mean? They're going to give her a certain budget, and it's like, why would you do that? These are proven IPs.
What happened? Wait, are you telling me the reason the creators of Avatar: The Last Airbender left the Netflix series was because of budget?
Yes.
Because it looked like they spent a bunch of money.
No.
It looked very. I was very pleased with it.
Compared to what they were supposed to get, was in like the 250 million range, what Marvel gives for a Disney Plus show.
Well, that's stupid to expect that because we're talking.
They were
about
supposed
Netflix.
to get that, but they only said no. You only get 150 million, and they were like, "Well, we want to do all." That's why you don't see a lot of things that you would like to see in there because they just didn't have the budget to do it, and they didn't want to give you less than what it was, and that's why they left.
You're talking about Netflix versus Disney.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you give this? You have the chance right now. I thought it was good. But you had the chance to make it ultra good, and you chose not to.
What did we
because you
talk
didn't want to
about
spend
last
more
week?
money.
Yeah,
What did we
but
talk about
100
last
million
week?
doesn't actually guarantee ultra good.
Well, I was going to say
It gives
what
it
did
a
we talk
pretty
about
good
last
damn shot.
week? No, not necessarily. Talk to Time Warner in DC. That's not true.
Oh no, my screen.
What did we talk about?
Listen,
last week?
first
What did
of
we
all,
talk
can
about
we
last
just
week?
think about the reality? Why would $150 million for 8 episodes not be enough?
I was going to say that too, but what did we talk about last week? This industry is all about being risk averse. They're not going to give you more money if they can give you less and get the same product.
Yep.
But they're not going to get the same product.
But they feel like they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they feel like they are, but they're not.
They're not going to go, we'll give you an extra 100 million just because we think we might make an extra $4. If we can make
$4, bro,
money,
$4.
well,
No.
I'm obviously being
Come on.
I'm obviously being exaggerative, but like in their mind, they're going, we're not going to make that much more money if we give you an extra $100 million. So
You don't know that.
Why would we do that?
You don't know that. You don't know that.
You don't think there's a bean counter sitting in that office telling them that?
But how do you know? Nobody said you don't know the future. How do you know?
I know that they don't like to spend money.
Yeah.
Oh, we agree on that. I totally agree on that. But they have the money to spend. That's the question I'm talking about. They have the money to spend. It's not a question of we don't have the money.
And then you're going to lose their risk.
You're going to lose the original creators because you don't want to spend enough money.
Because they're still putting it out.
Well, that's why they have a subpar Avatar series then.
I can't believe you're calling it subpar.
It is not better than the animated show.
It's
not
even
even
not
close.
going to be animated.
I never expected it to be.
Yeah,
not
it's
even
not
close.
It was a very fine product. Episode 4 had me in tears. I was crying for Uncle Iroh, crying for him. I loved it.
Yeah, I have no expectations of it beating the animated series at all.
I can see like $100 million, and I don't think they would beat the animated series, and it would kind of have the same review.
Yeah.
I also think that it wasn't necessarily marketed to the people who saw the animated series. It's marketed. They're trying to get a new audience to that property, and they're okay with getting some of the old audience.
Yeah.
So
the same audience with all the live actions.
Why would we spend an extra 100 million when we're not going to get any more viewership from the old people? So we're fine spending this much money.
Yeah. All those other live actions they have on Netflix, they're okay with just trying to keep that kind of audience together.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm just
Lady Fantastic in the house. What's up?
Yes, go through that. I'm fixing my technical difficulties over here. I'm gonna add that guy. All right. No, that's not good.
You got two of you.
What did you do?
Oh no!
See, everyone at home, we show you the warts and all. It's all authentic. You can
We
see
are
behind
doing
the
well
curtain.
today, Lydia.
It's all movie magic.
So while Sam's gone, what do you really think of him?
I'm back. Whew.
Kenneth Bird, what's up?
Okay, I'm sorry about that. All right, so yeah, that was a nice discussion. I like that. That was pretty good. That's pretty cool. Okay, domestic box office. Oh, do they? No, they only have the numbers for the 22nd. But we can look at the 22nd and pretty much see how the weekend goes, right? Ghostbusters Frozen Empire #1 by like 12 million. Dune 2 is looking like it's gonna come in. Well, it could. It's a battle between Kung Fu Panda and Dune 2 for second place.
Dune 2's good. Go see it.
Yeah, Dune 2.
And I want to see it.
Dune 2.
It's good. I just prepare.
Dune 2 is holding its. Well, this week it finally took a dip, but it's holding out.
If you liked the first one, this one is 100% better. And I like the first one.
Now, do you have to see the first one to understand the second one?
I mean,
Yeah, you kind of do.
You kind of do, but I
Yeah.
think you could watch this and pick up some of what's going on. But everything will make more sense if you see the first one.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I agree with Ronaldo, but also like you probably could. Yeah,
Yeah.
you probably could watch this without the first
I
one.
mean,
but-
it's called Part 2, so
Right.
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean. I watched a good video though explaining the lore of Dune, and it got me really interested. They went over the book, the movie, the shows, so I'm really prepped and ready to watch Dune 2.
I gotta watch that video because I haven't watched Dune since the original.
Oh, this is much better than the original. Much better than the original. Because I remember seeing the original in the theater with my father because he knew I was a big Star Wars guy. So,
Yeah.
a space movie. We'll go see another space movie. And I remember sitting through it, that one going, what is this? But this one is more expansive and explains things and kind of, it makes more sense now.
Pretty cool. Immaculate's a new one coming in at #4. Late Night with the Devil coming in new. And just, I don't want to go over too much because just one day of stuff. But Ghostbusters #1, that's something I really, really want to see. Joe says Sting is a great actor.
He's not bad.
Don't sleep on 80s Dune. 80s Dune was pretty fun. Like,
Yes, 80s
It's
is
got
pretty
moments,
fun.
I'll give you, but overall, it's like
You know what? It's got
out
moments. It's very faithful to the source material.
It's also very David Lynch.
It's also very David Lynch.
yeah.
And that makes it interesting to watch
Yes.
because it's wild what's going on.
Mhm.
You know.
His
but it's
name is a
not
weird
great.
word.
It's definitely not great, but like it's also not interesting.
Oh, I'm not saying it's not interesting, but this one's way better.
Oh no, this one's very but no, this one drives the story along very well. Like it's totally different. But again, like there's something to be said for it,
Exactly.
And the Baron, oh my God, Lady F nailed it. The Baron is way over the top in the 80s.
Man.
But I kind of love the over the top.
And Sting. Like, that's how and Sting was.
And Sting.
And Sting. All right.
Why
so,
did Disney re-release Luca?
to make money, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it made $150,000 in 1,400 theaters.
Yeah, but they're not what? That's
Yeah,
extra
but like
money in their
usually
pocket.
when they put a movie back out, it's for a reason. Like it's the 25th anniversary, or somebody passed away, or they're pushing the part 2. Like this was why.
Did Luca come out in theaters?
I don't think it did. I think it was straight to Disney Plus.
Yeah. Lady Fantastic says, I love Pure Camp
three?
too, but in Dune?
The 3 that did not Disney is releasing the 3 movies that did not release in theaters. They're releasing them. So it'll be Luca, Soul, and then Turning Red will all have a theatrical release.
Which makes no sense because everybody's seen them now.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, this is so good. I need to go spend money to go see it in the theater when I can sit at home and watch it again. If they take it off Disney Plus, then it might make a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why they're doing it. And who knows? Maybe they didn't even like make a big deal about it. Maybe they just made it available, and so that theaters could take advantage of it.
Maybe.
Also, they picked a very good time to do this where there's only one family animated film out there, Kung Fu Panda.
True.
Which I keep hearing very good things about.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's pretty good.
Yeah,
Kung Fu Panda, bro.
I mean, that's a good franchise in itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Luca's okay. It's not great. It's okay.
Okay.
My boys thought it was all right. There's some funny stuff in it, but it's not like, wow, this is the best Disney's ever put out. It's okay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the show.
Yeah, baby.
And this week we are doing Austin Powers.
My name is Richie Cunningham, and this is my wife, Oprah.
Oprah.
International Mystery.
Also, they need to rename this to Austin Puns. There was so many puns in this movie. It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
This is my Italian attaché, a lotta vagina.
This movie came out in 1997. It's directed by Jay Roach and written by Michael Myers. This movie, I gotta say, just came in at the right time. I needed laughs, and it's just a pure old school laughs. Like Mike Myers, this is his best stuff.
Yeah,
this is his best stuff. Wayne World was good. Wayne World was good, but this is his best. Like
I like So I Married an Axe Murderer. That was like,
that
was good.
Yeah, that was good too. Yeah,
that one's like such like that one's so near and dear to my heart.
I'm not even gonna lie. It's been 20 years since I've watched this film.
Yes.
So
this movie,
it was great.
When it came out, I'm the older brother. My younger brother, 6 years younger than me. So when you're the younger brother, and we had separate lives to a great extent because I'm 6 years older. He had his friends. I had my friends. So you get to the point where you're the older brother and you still want to connect with your younger brother. So I was like, oh, let's go see a movie. I'm like, what do you want to go see? He's like, I really want to see this. And he couldn't get in because he was like 13. He needed a parent to take him or an adult. So I'm like, all right. So this became our thing. We would go see these when they would come out.
It's a great show. It's a great movie. The some of the lines in this caught me off guard because I totally forgot about them. Especially the part when Dr. Evil was explaining his family life, and he said his dad make outlandish claims like he created the question mark. I was in tears laughing because it came out of nowhere. I was just like, wait, what? That's a claim that you could is just out of nowhere.
Oh my goodness!
The part that got me that I forgot about was when he was talking about what the plot was going to be. We'll make it look as though Prince Charles has had an affair and they have to divorce it. Well, that's already happened. And then, well, we're going to use this laser to poke a hole in the protective ball around the Earth, the ozone layer, and then that also happened. Shit.
Throw me a freaking bone.
Right.
And Will Ferrell as Mustafa is just great.
You shot me right in the arm.
What is that?
Do you think that? You think Will Ferrell as Mustafa is allowed in 2024?
No, this whole film would not be allowed in 2024.
Well, that's the Tropic Thunder wouldn't be allowed now, right? Either.
No, Tropic Thunder would not be allowed,
and that's
at all.
Tropic Thunder was barely allowed the first time.
Yeah.
Tropic
Thunder is an awesome movie, by the way.
I love Tropic Thunder. It's very funny. It's very funny. Austin Powers. Okay, so the basic story is that Austin Powers is this James Bond type character that he fights Dr. Evil. Dr. Evil escapes him and freezes himself, says that I'll be back in the future. So Austin Powers freezes himself, and they bring him back 30 years later to fight Dr. Evil. And then he's just thrust into a world that's completely opposite of what he is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What's that line he says about it? As long as people are allowed to have sex with multiple unnamed partners and without protection and such and such and such, I'm supposed to sound as pound.
Oh, the fembots.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I forgot all about the fembot.
what
I
is
forgot Tom Arnold was in this movie.
Me
Until that
too.
scene.
Yeah,
Oh,
Tom
my
Arnold
God.
was in this movie. What about when he asked when he slept
Oh.
with a lot of vagina?
Yes.
And he's like, "What did you use a condom?" He's like, "I'm not a sailor, man."
Well, no, I needed to use protection.
Wait.
Yes, I had my semi-automatic.
Like this one scene, another scene that they couldn't do in 2024 was with the Irish assassin when he's explaining the Lucky Charms.
Yes.
They're always after me, Lucky Charms.
I'll tell you what gets me every time I see it in this movie, in all of them, is his chest hair.
Oh yeah.
Especially when
Yeah.
the hair's blowing up and they're trying to dry him off and it starts going like this.
Oh yeah. Oh, the thing when
Oh,
he's
man.
naked and they use props to cover himself up.
Yes.
What about when she's trying to like give him the toothbrush and the toothpaste, and he's
Subtly.
like, "Oh, they're like explosives and stuff," and she's trying to hint to him that he's got bad teeth, and then later in the movie, he's like, "I get it, I have bad teeth."
Yep.
That was, man, this film just
Oh.
has so many wonderful scenes and so many crazy puns. It was just great.
Yeah.
It's almost set up like little SNL skits.
Yeah.
The way he sets it up, because then he has like that little like piece with the band in between, like that little scene break. So they're almost like
Yeah.
set up as like SNL style skits, like a little bit extended, and they got like that little bit of time to get the jokes
This
off.
scene,
pull it off.
this scene
Oh
right here.
Lord.
I
Oh,
think you can get away with this scene today.
oh Lord.
That's so
Or
bad.
or the fact he used it as a weapon at the end.
Yes.
Oh,
Austin,
my.
that's my mother.
Oh, you know, that's my mother, man. My mother.
By the way,
Oh
I-
my God.
I love me some Burt Bacharach. I love this soundtrack, and I'm
Yeah.
so happy they got Burt to be in the movie.
Yeah. This film had a great soundtrack to it.
It really did.
Yeah.
It
Well, the whole
really did.
franchise has great soundtracks for each one of them. So
These are the best pictures this thing get.
And to think that this movie did not perform well. It was DVD sales that
Really?
rescued this franchise.
Really, I thought it
thought
came
it
out
It
in
was
the
not a
theaters.
hit. It was not
oh
a hit.
wow.
It was the success of the second market that allowed this movie to have sequels.
Oh wow.
I had a I guess you would call him a supervisor. I used to work at a hardware store, and the way that the management structure was is each department had what they would call, they'd have a department manager, and there would be full-timers, and then everybody underneath that was a part-timer. So full-timer would be on a shift if the department manager wasn't there. And one of the guys that I worked with all the time is a great guy. He was from Holland, fully Dutch, loved these, would quote them all the time. It was amazing.
But this film is very quotable.
He just
James
come around the
is my
corner,
middle
yeah,
name.
baby. I'm like,
Is this the way he would look at her, like, when she's like, "And your one chain with the male symbol," and he'll just look at her like,
yeah, that's right. Change is my middle name.
Oh man.
when they're at the poker table.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I suggest you it, sir.
I like to live dangerously too.
Oh my God.
There's
I
so
just,
many good
it's
things.
like one after the other. It just hilarious pun, hilarious pun, hilarious pun.
Is this the last of those kind of movies? Was there any other ones after this? After like the sequels and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think. I'm sure there are. I just can't think.
He
of
did
one.
something though with it was from the I Married an Axe Murderer. I didn't watch it. It's like a show like the Pentaverse or something, right?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Freaky Louie's in the house.
A lot of vagina.
What, Louis? What's up?
I shagged
A
her
lot
good,
of vagina.
man.
The names were outrageous.
I'm
He was
sorry.
like-
You keep. I'm not getting your name. You keep. It's a lot of. Never mind. Yeah.
But he was so proud that he shagged her. I shagged
Yeah.
her good, man. Like,
That's a spot. That's a spot right there.
But didn't he call her rancid afterwards?
Yeah.
Like, it didn't mean nothing to me.
she's
You know.
rancid.
She's rancid.
You know, I'm
Actually,
trying to think of the last irreverent movie. Yeah, Freaky Louie's got condoms are for sailors, baby. The last irreverent movie I can think of is Sausage Party.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
didn't watch that. I saw the trailer. I was like, yeah, I'm good.
It's okay, but it gets a little tired after a while.
Gotcha.
Oh, I mean, it does, but I mean, it's the last film I can think of that's just completely.
Now, is this
Honorific.
the last movie that Liz Hurley's in before she splits with Hugh Grant?
I believe so. Yeah.
Right? This is before that, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, who's the leading lady for the next movie?
It's what's her name? Heather Graham.
Heather Graham.
Because
Yep.
it was supposed to be Liz Hurley again, and she didn't want to do another one. How about the part? And it all still gets me because I still don't understand the geometrics of it. Where he's trying to the K turn and gets the thing stuck.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's impossible.
Oh.
I thought about that too. There's no way he could get that vehicle.
That
like,
was the only
right
part that
there.
frustrated me. That's the only part that frustrated me in the whole movie.
It's like it just gave me frustrations just him trying
Oh,
to do it.
It
Like
was just cringe. I was like, I don't
yeah.
like.
I'm thinking how they would either have to build it so that it goes in and they piece it together, or the
Yeah, yeah.
walls move in. You know what I mean?
They
'Cause
had
there's
to.
no way you could fit that.
No, you could just
vehicle.
pick it up and lift it in there
Yeah.
If the walls go straight up, how are you gonna lift it in there?
with a crane.
No, well, you're assuming that the walls end then at a certain point.
Yeah, like on the
Like, like,
stage.
it doesn't go up to the ceiling.
Correct. And they just lift it up and then.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah,
I think the ceiling's a lot higher than we think it is, but that's just me.
Yeah.
them teeth, bro. Oh my god,
They get up close on them. It's,
them teeth, bro,
Couple times.
crazy.
Yo, I can't believe that Elizabeth Hurley didn't want to come back.
yeah.
Yeah.
No.
She might be kicking herself.
Man.
How about the scene where he's getting thawed out and he pees for like 20 minutes?
Bro. Yes.
That my wife still tells me because I occasionally I'll pee for a while.
Oh,
she's like
yo.
Austin Powers again, right?
Same here.
Yeah.
Same
I'm like,
here.
By the way, Entropy in Comics, Kevin, he literally works in the film industry. You know, the other night he like showed a clip of him live working at America's Funniest Home Videos. Like, so he said
Nice.
you could use a fly rail system or a sky wench. He knows exactly what he is talking about.
There you go.
Wow, he said America's Funniest Home Videos. It's funny because I was actually thinking about that today, and I was like, that was the first like TikTok and Instagram and all that was
Correct.
America's Funniest Home Videos.
Trev.
America's Home Videos. I remember my family would literally, when that comes on,
Yeah.
stop what
That
we're
was it.
doing is sit down and watch it.
Yep.
That was the show right there,
It
man.
wasn't all guys getting hit in the groin to begin with. If you remember, it was all kinds of stuff. Then it just became let's see how many times somebody get hit. In the groin.
It was mostly
Exactly.
getting hit in the groin and animals.
Yeah.
Babies.
Oh yeah,
Babies
babies.
throwing up on people.
Yeah.
Oh, let's not forget the babies.
Yeah.
Then the
Amy
Simpsons.
Rogers.
She's a man, baby.
It's a
Yo,
man, baby.
Entropy in Comics knows his trivia. Vin DiBano started it all.
That scene.
That's my mother, man.
Every time he comes on screen, hi, this is Basil with British Intelligence. We know who you are.
Dr. Evil and his son, way they interact with each other was hilarious.
Oh my, with Seth
Give your
Green.
father a freaking hug.
Yeah.
This reminded me
scene.
of like of Airplane. This scene. reminded
In
me
many
of-
ways, the
Yeah,
big
it
boy never
does.
left us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy on the left, he's been in a lot of movies, man.
It's Ron
Yes, he
Howard's
has.
older brother.
Is it?
Yes.
I see the resemblance now.
he's in a lot of horror films too.
Yeah.
He was like an ice cream killer in one of the horror films.
There
He's
it
in a
is.
lot of Ron
Yeah.
Howard movies actually too.
Look at
Seth
that.
Green.
I have a
Good
gun
one.
in my room. I can just get in and shoot
Give me
them.
5 seconds. Let me go grab it.
Yeah.
Oh, but they were doing the psychiatrist thing. He's like trying to
Yeah.
kill me. He's like, no, the boy's right. I am trying to kill him.
Was that Princess Leia?
Yes, Carrie Fisher.
Okay,
is in this
Carrie
movie.
Fisher. Yeah.
Yes, I was like, wow, look at Carrie Fisher. She looked great.
I'm also noticed the style, the clothing styles.
Is this
of
what's his
these
face? This
90s.
is what's his face. That's Christian.
That's not Christian Slater.
You sure that's not
I'm
Christian
100.
Slater?
That's
Yeah,
100%
that's
not
not.
Christian Slater.
That looks like somebody trying to
But this-
AI Photoshop it.
This remind me of that scene too when they was on the steamroller trying to get away
Yeah.
and his security guard.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he gets run over. I was like, that's so dumb.
Well, it's so
That's
stupid, but it's funny. Especially when he's like, no.
No.
That actor, he was one of the actors on
Mad
not-
TV.
Mad TV. Thank you.
Yeah, he
I
was
couldn't
on
think
Mad
of his name.
There it is.
There it
Yes,
is.
yeah.
Oh my god.
It's so stupid, but
Get out of the way!
Oh wow.
Oh
And
man.
it just goes on and on.
The intro is great. I
Yeah.
like how they
Yeah.
did the intro.
you know who did the intro? The music?
What's up?
Who?
Quincy Jones.
Quincy
nice.
Jones.
That theme
Shout out
is a Quincy Jones
right
song.
there.
So many good people in this film.
Let's see. Entropy says Vin De Bono started it all. Who's Vin De Bono?
The producer.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's the next line. Great, Sam. Just read the next thing. Freak. Hey, Louis Johnson. Seth is cool peoples.
Oh, yeah.
And I put the girl in swing, baby. What's funny though, we'll get to it when we get to the second movie. Is the T fix? This is hilarious. So you guys.
Oh man.
There's like,
there it is.
Oh, we got the fembots. Oh my god.
Tell you, the chat
But
room
yeah,
gets
but
it
he
every
out
time.
he out sexes the fembot.
Yeah. this hair on his chest.
Gets me every time.
little Uzi gun. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Seth. Oh, Mr.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Random task.
Oh, yeah, Randall. Yeah.
Task. With his
Who
killer
throws
shoe.
a shoe? Honestly, you fight
Yeah.
like a woman.
Oh man. Like I said, the way he went out at the end was just wrong.
Mr. Bigglesworth.
Yeah.
Yep.
Swinger.
Although, you know what's kind of cool about this movie is remember when she gets drunk and he's like, "No, I can't. It wouldn't be right."
Yeah.
We wouldn't
Yeah,
have
that's-
seen. I don't think we see that today.
No.
Mm. I mean, no, I think you do see that because they
I don't
won't
know.
have that kind of that interaction. If he was like, "Yeah, I still take advantage of you," you wouldn't see that. But he was like, "No, you're drunk. It's not right." You know what I
Well,
mean?
only reason why I agree with my man Green Shirt guy is the fact that he was so promiscuous throughout the whole film. To see him
Yeah.
say no when she was drunk, it's like
He has a code.
as a code. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my god,
Jeez.
oh, that's a
The
perfect
militant
shot.
arm of the Salvation Army.
That's a
Look, I love that.
perfect.
When
shot
we,
of
when
her.
we knew you were going to be, we thought we waited for a while, and then we got a little impatient.
I'm going to
This-
kill Mr. Powers. No.
The little cut scenes are great.
yes.
You ever see? This is, I think if I remember correctly, even in the movie, he says his favorite movie is this. So I think it has some what's the word I'm looking for? It's inspired somewhat by. You ever see In Like Flint?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's very much in this vein. Although it's a much more serious movie, but it's very much he's a swinger in the 70s. He dresses like this, and yeah. I'm
Nice.
trying
That's
to
the
think.
fact
who
Mike
plays-
Myers makes fun of those British people back in the 60s is crazy. Like,
Well, his family's from Liverpool.
yo, so funny.
Yeah, this part. Oh
What this
The
one?
cigarettes.
no, that
Oh
part.
yeah.
That.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think you get away with that either today.
He's like, that's not my bag, man. You know,
What? The book? The
Yeah.
book written by him?
Oh my god.
Definitely is my bad. Oh, here's this.
Oh,
The fact
man.
that
Oh, my
after
God.
all that, he goes, well, I'll just sign the form just to get things moving.
Oh, Freaky Louie says that Mike created this character when his dad died.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Thanks
because
for
I think
adding
he said he used to watch all the Bond films with his father. So it was
Yeah.
kind of like, I get, something for him, yeah.
Well,
Mm.
get on the fembots. All right, what's gonna be our scores? Green shirt guy, you're up first.
I'm going to go 7.5. I really like this. No, maybe I'll give it an 8 because I do really like this one. The next two, the storyline's a little more murky, but I do like this one. I'll give it an 8.
Okay, see Bizzle.
For me, when I first watched it, I wouldn't give it a high rating, but now after 20 years and rewatching it, I'm giving it a solid 8.
Cool. Cliff.
I'm also giving it an 8.
Okay.
It was a
Phil?
good revisit.
Yes.
What you got, Phil?
You know what? I think I'm giving it like a 7.5. I don't think it's like quite up to like an 8 for me, but I enjoyed it. It was like perfect after watching that crazy Nickelodeon thing. So
Alright.
it was like yeah, it was like a lot later than that crazy
I'm giving
Nickelodeon.
this movie. I'm giving this movie a 9.
Wow.
I watched it twice. I
Oh,
laughed
wow.
even more the second time I watched it. And I was like, this is a comedy classic. It's a comedy classic.
It's very
paced
cool.
well. Yeah, it's paced well. It's like
Mhm.
boom, 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 boom. I'm like, I love this movie, and I'm looking forward to part 2.
The pacing is excellent in this. I agree
It really
with you.
is.
Oh man, it's just so good.
And
So,
it's a perfect length, too, because I think if it goes on any longer, you get tired of it.
Correct.
very true. Next week, Council, your homework is Austin Powers, the spy who shagged me, baby.
Yeah,
Austin
baby.
Powers
yeah.
2. So make sure you put that on your list and be back here next Sunday at 5 p.m., 2 p.m. Pacific for film and box office news. Before we leave, I want to go give a shout out to everybody that came in here today. Let me raise this up a little minute. Comments. All right. Starting off, Las Cruces was in the house tonight. Thank you for joining us. Entropy and Comics came through tonight. Thank you for joining us. Comic Cap Collectibles was in the house. Thank you for joining us. Canadian Survivalist was in the house. Thank you for joining us. Joe 47771 was in the house. Thank you for joining us. Ken Roland was in the house. Thank you for joining us. Big L Larry Jackson was in the house. Thank you for joining us. Toy Gaines is in the house. Thank you for joining us, Toy Gaines. Aggressively Relaxing was in the house. Thank you for joining us. Lady Fantastic. Thank you for joining us, Lady Fantastic. Kenneth Bird was in the house. Thank you for joining us. Free Key Louie's in the house. Thank you for joining us. Trev the Shipping Guru came in. Thank you for joining us. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. So that's our show. Remember, next week, where's the camera? Always put the camera somewhere different. Next week, 5 p.m., 2 p.m. Pacific on Sunday, we're going Austin Powers 2, The Spy Who Shagged Me. Make sure you tune in. And tomorrow at 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific, is our New Keys and Hot Comics of the Week end of the month giveaway. We're giving the prize away tomorrow because the next one will be in April and we'll start a new one. So going to be adding some more stuff to it. It's going to be great. There's a big pile right in front of me. Cliff's got books too. Satchel Hawkstorm, thank you for joining us as well. So remember to tune in tomorrow, 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific. And if we get the live chat over 25, I'll have an extra gift to throw into the prize. I'm adding some more stuff in there. We're going to make this great. So tune in tomorrow, 8 p.m. New Keys and Hot Comics of the Week, right here on this very, very, very same channel. All right. So for myself, for Phil, for Cliff, for Green Shirt Guy, And for C Bizzle, thank you for watching. We love you, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Black is like the brightest day. Where are the heroes?